So, quick one. What is a PIP? Now, first thing, I think the best way for you to understand what a PIP is, feel free to read what is on the screen. But then again, keeping it simple, it is the unit of measurement, okay, with which changes in currencies are expressed. So when we talk about that, basically, when there is a change in time, it is mostly expressed in seconds or is expressed in minutes, okay, and then finally to the hour that we all want to know. So when you want to know what is the time, I can easily tell the time is about 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, is 3 a.m., it's 4 a.m., it's 5 a.m. But when you try to pay detailed attention to the time, then you will find out that within that time we have a minute, we have a second, I think we will have a millisecond and a nanosecond. So in this our case here, we have the unit of measurement in time is actually a second. Here what we use is a PIP. Now what decimal number determines the PIP count differs in different currencies, okay, or should I say they differ in different assets. In Euro USD, as you can see on the screen, we have 1.1050, in which the fourth number in the decimal, the fourth decimal number, is what acts as the PIP. So in certain scenarios where we have different currencies, there are some other currencies like the JPY pairs, as you can see here, where the number does not start from the fourth decimal. In some cases, it starts from, I think, the second one or the third one. We are going to look through this on the chart so that you can get an actual life experience of it. Moving on, we have a pipette. So most currencies like the euro dollar that we saw in the last one, as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember I told you the fourth one is the PIP. In here, the fifth one here is the pipette. Okay, remember I told you we have the second and then we have the millisecond down beneath that. So in here we have a PIP and we have a pipette. But in most calculations that we do as traders, we don't really calculate the pipette. What we usually look at is mainly the PIP, because that's the one that has the most effect. That's the one that is most important. That's the one that you mostly need to consider when taking a trade and placing your loss, your stop loss, and your take profits. So moving on, let's quickly dive onto a chart, or should I say dive onto a different screen and actually see what this looks like in actual numbers. Okay, so now looking at this, so we have Euro USD on the left and GBP JPY on the right. Now the rules for GBP with JPY actually applies to every pair that has JPY on it. So now for this, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number 4 in here is a PIP. Number 5 is called a pipette. Okay, so this basically is a PIP and this, and so therefore for this, in a situation where we have price move from this very number to, let's say, moves to 1.00005893. Okay, price changes to this. What basically happened here is, as you can see, we added 3 pipettes, right? Then that's 1 pip. We added 3 pipettes in here, and over here we added in and around 4 pips, right? And over here we added an extra 10 pips. So that put together would be 10 plus 4, 14 plus 3, we have so the entire move would be 14.3 pips, or we can say 14 pips and 3 pipettes. Okay, so there is it. Now one thing you must know is that the platform I'm using right now, as you can see the name TradingView, makes it very easy for you to calculate this. And more on how to understand, more understanding of this is going to come when you actually start trading. So when you start placing trades and you have your stop losses and your take profits to consider, you will start getting more and better understanding of making use of these very calculations. But now in the case of GBP JPY, we have 782. 8 here is the PIP, 2 is the pipet. So in a case where we have a change to this, from this number to probably 183 points, let's see, 975. Now the same rules for addition applies to subtraction. I hope you all know that. I believe everybody here is very good at maths. So in here we just added 3 pipettes, right? Just as we also added, did we add or did we reduce? We lost 1 pip minus 1 pip, and we have an extra 20 pips here. And moving on to this, we had an extra 200 pips. So when you add that together, we have 200 plus 20, 220 plus minus 1, 219 and 3. So total for this, we have 219 pips and 3 pipettes. Okay, so that's it for calculation. So now a quick test. When you do this, feel free to send me a reply, or as you're watching this video, scroll down on your screen. You should see a link to, you should see a form or a link to a form that you should click, and it should take you to where you can do this test. And quickly do the test and send me a DM to say that you have done the test so that I can review it and see if you actually did well. So the test is going to be, if if I took a trade sorry about that. So if I took a trade and the parameters for the trade turns out to be entry 182.087, my stop loss, or should I say the amount of pips I'm ready to lose, is 189. Sorry. So let's say this order happens to be a sell. The amount of money I'm ready to lose, the price is 189 to, let's do 982, and the amount I'm ready to win for my profits, so let's say profits. So you have to calculate how many pips of profits and how many pips of loss I'm ready to get. And in this we have 171.356. So I need you to calculate this and tell me what you get. Tell me what you get as the answer. But meanwhile, let's do one like this. So let's say I took a trade at 172.453, and my SL, or my loss, is 176.353, and my win, or my profit, also known as TP, is 16162, or let's do 165.865. okay, if this is my trade, it's a simple addition and subtraction. How do I do that? So how I'm going to calculate this is, first we have 172.45. So the SL is actually higher than it, so we're going to take the XL and do 176.353, and we're going to subtract our entry from it, since the entry is actually smaller, 0.353. 453. Now, another easy way to do this is take out the decimals. Okay, so we have 176353. We know the last number in there is a pipette, so we move on. Minus 172453, right? So now we get, this is 390 pips and 0 pipettes. Okay, so our loss is 390 pips straight. So now let's calculate the take profit. We have 172453 and we're subtracting 165865. So that gives us 658 pips and 8 pipettes. So my profit is actually almost double what I'm risking, right? So with that, I've given you an example. Feel free to do this. Check below, try scrolling down on your screen. If you're watching on a phone, if you're watching on a PC, try scrolling down. You should see a link to a PDF, or should I say a form that you can fill. After you're done filling it, send me a message that you are done, so that we can review the video and we can review the text and see if you got it all correct. So with that, see you on the next video.